because I understand the dynamics and the fundamentals.
So you mean you believe the OMCs are unnecessarily?
No, I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming. We first have a fundamental problem. The fundamental problem is the price structure as is today has a lot of discretion. And it's because of this discretion, someone is seeing something, not objectively, but seeing it from their perspective. And that's why we need to change the price structure, whereby when even people sit to determine prices, there will be parameters that are going to guide what they're going to talk about, rather than having to have an input in it. But that's one thing. My worry and fear is if the OMCs are used to this tactic, government will be at its knees and at their mercy for the longest of time, because it's a bully and a bluff. They have bullied the government, and the government couldn't call the bluff. Why? Because we have a population to protect. So now the government is meeting with them, and it's a meeting that's not on equal footing. One party, the OMCs are in a stronger footing because they have put a social pressure on the government. And that's why, as a government, sometimes you have to nip it off the board and stop it. You have to.
And I think, I'm not cutting you.
You have to be.
I think, with all fairness to the state and the government, we have started seeing the direction to which this whole thing is approaching.
Yes. And do you think there's a political?
No.
I wouldn't call, because I do not know.
Okay.
I wouldn't presume. But then, to what I know personally, and to what we know at the Ministry of Finance, is that this is the second time it is happening in less than 3 months, and we know that there is a need to change the kind of framework we are applying in terms of pricing of petroleum products in the Gambia. But I think one fundamental thing that also led to this chaotic situation is the scarcity of forex, which has been resolved.
Forex exchange.
Forex exchange.
That could have been the
excuse me, because we,
as
economists, we like to cut stuff and then go a little bit more economical on the world.
We are the uninitiated, so we said foreign exchange.
So what has happened is the central bank has made a reversal on the forest policy
so
decision.
That
is going.
That decision by the central bank actually contributed. I mean, the ban on FCDs.
I wouldn't say it contributed to this particular incident, but it contributed to some sort of
shortage of
a claim by OMCs that they cannot access forex. But now that that policy reversal has been put in place, we are assuming that there will be an inflow of forex that was presumably not coming as a result of the policy, maybe. I'm not too sure. But again, on top of that, now OMCs can also have a latitude to approach their banks that they can access forex for imports of basic essentials, and fuel is one of those basic essentials. That's one.
But there'll be a lag effect, though.
Yeah,
the directive has been reversed.
Yes.
But naturally there'll be a lag effect because the market will not realign overnight.
Yeah, certainly. Monetary policy has always a lag effect, even in advanced countries.
So it will take some time.
It will take some time. And I believe now, if this happens to yield some dividend, the side of forex would be addressed. That's one. But also from the part of government, over the months and over the years, because we realized that OMCs were finding it difficult to get forex when they need it, and because of the time differential between the pricing and their need for import for subsequent consumption, the dollar rate would change. We included in the price structure what we call a forex adjuster, so that these people do not take a huge loss at the time of buying forex to import for a subsequent. So these are things that government have done. So we must approach this thing in good faith, and knowing that people at the Ministry of Finance and government stakeholders are doing everything possible to making sure that there is nothing like this in the future.